Assalamualaikum, and my name is Nur Amisha binti Abdul Rakib. I'm from N4AM1104A and will explain about the COVID-19 and what is Pdrm. COVID is an expression disease. The coronavirus was found in those days in late December 2019 as another novel that was recognized in China that causing serious respiratory infection including pneumonia. The infection causing the contamination named serious intense respiratory disorder. In additional name as coronavirus, as the contamination has been classed as an airborne of heart result contamination sicknesses. As the disease new found, so the infection have no human insusceptibility to it and no antibody is accessible to forestall contamination, as though the disease are not supported with anti-infection agents. Next, the Regal Malaysia Police, which is Pdrm, is a formally dressed public and government police power in Malaysia. The power is a concentrated association activities taken by the Regal Malaysia Police Pdrm, including the interaction in question in upholding the development control request, which is MCO, was said that would tended to and accommodated the group of people yet to come of Pdrm with a layout or model on move to be made when confronted with a comparable circumstances.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Natasha binti Muhammad Zaiki and I'm second presenter. I will present about the enforcement of Pdrm during Conditional Movement Control Order, which is CMCO. First enforcement is deploy drones to monitor an area under CMCO. Pdrm has many collaboration with Angkatan Tentera Malaysia, which is ATM and KWAP. This action is to ensure the personnel at the CMCO comply with the rules and instruction of Menteri Keselamatan Negara, which is MKN, and Kementerian Kesihatan Malaysia KKM. The police are now making full use of drone technology to monitor and ensure public compliance with the Standard Operating Procedure, which is SOP, set for the Conditional Movement Control Order CMCO. The provided high-tech drone has a variety of functions that can help scan and maintain social distance between people. Second enforcement during CMCO is tighten roadblock with collaboration with ATM, which is Angkatan Tentera Malaysia. During CMCO, Pdrm work with ATM to tighten roadblock every day. The police will not allow people who do not have a cross authorization letter from the nearest police station and tell them to turn around. They also need to wear a face mask to ensure compliance with the SOP. It is reported that the police set up roadblock this time to identify those who have slipped through the previous roadblock. They also have fifth institutions such as Angkatan Pertahanan Awam Malaysia APM, Jabatan Sukarelawan Malaysia RELA, Agensi Penguatkuasaan Maritim Malaysia APMM, and Jabatan Immigration Malaysia JIM to keep people stay at home and be careful around them. Another enforcement by Pdrm during the CMCO is arrest and compound for those who violate the SOP. That the issue of the composite notice complies with the 1988 Infectious Disease Prevention and Control Act. The community begins to ignore SOP, severe action should be taken by the Pdrm. The compound is fixed at 1,000 and offers need to pay at the office of the Minister of Health. The police will monitor multiple locations include food establishment, business, mosque and public transportation station and other key locations. They detect SOP violation is that it's not set as a route to a specific place. There is no Masajato QR code or access to customer details such as number phone, name, and temperature. Lastly, the enforcement by Pdrm during the CMCO is allow people that has a cross authorization letter to cross country or area. People who want to leave their respective states need to report to the police when the movement control order begins. Individual who need to pass through the CMCO area and individual who wish to enter the CMCO area also need to obtain a permit. We can fill out a special form at any nearby police station or their respective regional police headquarters for the police to issue the release letter. Travel requirements are only for people with important issue or emergency. That's all. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Umi Razia binti Zee. I will proceed to explain the challenges during a pandemic for Royal Malaysian Police. The first point is overwork. While the public remain with their family at home, the police on duty sacrifice time to serve the country following the outbreak of COVID-19, which has not yet subsided. These are national heroes who are willing to take risks in the face of the COVID-19 epidemic. They are willing to work until late at night to prevent the public from continuing to violate the SOPs that has been set. Normally, the policemen involved will work more than 8 hours a day, and some even have to be called on duty even if it is their day off due to a shortage of personnel or there are high profile cases in certain area. Working overtime cause employees to face unhealthy heartbeat situation. This is due to those who do work outside the limit of their authority. Next challenges is mental health. Police are one of the most mentally stressful job, facing long and often rotating shift treated of violence and lack of community support, which create chronic stress. Police officer on duty need to do their job despite being away from their family. Time with family is also limited. This is one of the effect of on police personnel in terms of mental health. In fact, there are some members of the police who let go of their longing for their children only through video call because they are busy on duty. In addition to the direct impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on the well-being of officer, law enforcement tend to experience increased stress as they work day and night to control the spread of the epidemic. The last point is physical health. Those who are behind the health worker is dealing with this pandemic. Their contingent is very high. This is because they are the one who control the entrance of each road that connect each state when the conditional movement control order (MCO) takes place. Their physical health is very important because when they come home from work, they need to clean themselves first before to prevent their family from getting infected. Their clothes need to be cleaned separately. They fear of getting an infection on the clothes of other family members while washing together, especially at an age that is very infected. Police officers are infected because their job requires them to be in a red zone area during operation and conduct inspection on the public. Apart from that, police personnel are exposed to hot weather and rain. They are willing to be under the tent when it rains and storm. They did not move from leaving the place to prevent the public from crossing the red zone area without solid evidence. As a result, they easily fall ill as a result of being exposed of such thing.
Next is assuring resident well-being in safe environment. The execution of development control request, which is MCO, that was sufficiently useful to lessen the quantity of cases occasionally. The development control request MCO were upheld. The MCO, otherwise called the PKP, is a cordon sanitary force by Malaysia's government as a safeguarding effort because of the coronavirus pandemic, which started on Walk 18, 2020. The objective of the development control request is to break the chain of coronavirus and to control the development of residents from spreading the impact without their knowing. The case of the development control request is the denial of all strict wearing, instructive and social occasion, just as development and mass together. All through the country, the control of development to residential give an extraordinary decision that give a green to each resident in Malaysia. The control development is likely happen when the legal measure policy is performed towards in specific summit during the development control request, which is MCO. Next, the Pdrm crew is in a good shape. After the Pdrm standard working methods have been embraced, the outcome has been an expansion in security and strength of the representative. Plainly, the Pdrm group is in acceptable hands. As per Datuk Ramin Nois, overseer of the Bukit Aman, the executive division, no extra officials and staff from the illustrious Malaysian police were shipped off Sabah during the PRN to aid the obligation and exercise of the State Police Unforeseen Central Command. He clarified that this was because of the way the Pdrm dispatched 700 workforce to Sabah to help with the Sabah State Political Race (PRN) activity. Until this point in time, the Pdrm officials and staff sent in Sabah have performed commendably and have gotten back to their ordinary obligations. Attributable to the embodiment of their positions, COP have been the most helpless against coronavirus since the pandemic began. It is certain nonetheless, the SOP in Pdrm helps in the decrease of cases between them. At barricades, there is a typical working approach that precludes officials from contacting halted vehicles and expect them to wash their hands frequently.
My name is Nurul Izzah binti Mat Salihuddin and I'm the last presenter. I will continue to the third point of benefits SOP in Pdrm, which is it can reducing COVID-19 cases. The Inspector General of Police, Tan Sri Abdul Hamid Badur, has worked with various agencies including the Malaysian Armed Forces (ATM) and the Malaysian Volunteer Department (RELA) to set up monitoring assignments. Citizens have been urged to keep a distance of at least 1 meter from others to reduce the risk of infection when coughing, sneezing, or talking, in addition to avoiding physical encounters, events, and other social gatherings in areas with constant community outreach, and follow local recommendations to mass gatherings. The risk of getting COVID-19 is higher in crowded and unnecessary ventilated places where infected people spend long periods of time together at close range. This environment is where the virus is seen to spread through respiratory droplets or aerosols more effectively. So, precautions are even more important. Wearing a face mask can help the virus spread to others. The last point of benefits SOP in Pdrm is to receive compliments from other countries. The World Health Organization (WHO) praised Malaysian readiness and capabilities in several COVID-19 changes. The WHO representative to Malaysia, Brunei Darussalam, and Singapore. Dr. Loh Ying Ro also praised the action of the Malaysian authorities in managing and curbing the spread of COVID-19 use. He replied, the government in the country excelled in conducting its case investigation besides being transparent of the latest development not only to the WHO but also to the public. Among the efforts that have received praise is that Malaysian has successfully met the 6 criteria set by the World Health Organization (WHO) in an effort to use this coronavirus pandemic COVID-19 completion. The government employs strategies that include every attention of assertiveness or resolving in action using COVID-19 pandemic contagion using MCO, Movement Control Order, as well as resilience through the concert economy stimulus package. Third, restart the economy in orderly and controlled manner. Fourth, the strategy of recovery strategy or economic recovery in the new normal time. Fifth, empowering or revitalizing the economy as a whole for the sake of future. sustainability, and 6. Restructuring or reforming the economic structure for the nation state to move into an era of new normal life. Malaysians should be proud as we are getting recognized from our achievement. It is also shows that the effort of the government are seen and recognized. Lastly, conclusion. The Royal Malaysian Police have adopted several protocols and sacrificed themselves by combating the virus in a variety of ways in order to keep these people protected from infection. As a result, most individuals still not follow the protocols that have been established for their own protection, where they only behave when both of these cases are minor and can be avoided. This COVID-19 will come to an end if we as people fulfill our duty to always take care of ourselves and to maintain social isolation where we are not at home. There are more practical suggestions that can be done by improving hand hygiene by combining awareness campaigns with hand sanitizer that are readily available, and also signboard showing the use of hand sanitizer are common and normal to do, and always be sensitive to personal health. This to some extent can help Malaysian eliminate the virus, because if the virus continues, it will bring down our own country economy. Therefore, the society also should recognize all those on the frontliners who are prepared to risk their life in the battle against the COVID-19 pandemic in order to create a healthier world. That's all from me and our group. Thank you and stay safe, everyone.